All right. So let me know if you can hear everything okay. I just turned down the volume in my headphones. So hopefully it's still able to be heard by anybody watching. I just have like really big headphones on and it was really loud, so I had to turn them down a little bit. But we're gonna go ahead and just get started, and we're gonna jump into a new game. I have been playing it just a little bit, but really all I did was get finished with the character creator. It took me, I was messing around with that for about an hour and a half. So we're gonna just start a new game and kind of jump right into it. And I'm gonna try not to spend too much time in the character creator unless that there's an interest in doing that. But otherwise, we're gonna go ahead and start a new game.
I knew him as Solus. Smart, thoughtful, loved to hear himself talk. But long ago, he had a different name. The Dreadwolf. Ancient elven god of lies, or heroic rebel against tyranny, depending on which story you believe. In his desperate fight against the corrupt elven gods, Solus imprisoned them, creating a veil that split our world from the raw magic of the Fade. He had won. But the veil cost the elves everything. Their magic, their freedom, even their immortality. Now, Solus wants to tear down that veil and undo the damage he caused. Even if that means our world has to burn. Somebody's gotta stop him. And that's where you come in.
Okay, so we are in the character creator. And now I've played a little bit of Dragon Age Origins, a little bit of Dragon Age Inquisition. I've never played Dragon Age 2. But I'm working my way through all of them, sort of. I was trying to, in anticipation of the new game, play them all, but I got started really late. But in this one, I don't know if you could play a Qunari. I don't know if I'm saying that right either, in any of the other ones, but you are able to now. So for your first choices, the things that you get to do are be an elf. Naturally, that's always one of the options. A Qunari, a human, or a dwarf, and that's like pretty much the standard. I think for this playthrough, I made a human when I was playing around earlier, and I think right now I want to start with an elf. So once you decide which of the lineages that you want, each come with their own kind of stories and whatnot, as with any other Dragon Age game. So I don't know exactly, obviously, how much difference it will make as you play through what lineage you choose, but I imagine that they have different dialogue options and things like that, as they have in the past. So we are going to go ahead and start with an elf, and then we can go ahead and go to continue to go to appearance and edit their appearance. And we're going to keep it with a female for now, just because I want to, basically. I made a human male in my other one earlier while I was playing around. So you can you have like a bunch of presets that you can use and decide what you want their pronouns to be: she, her, they, them, or he, him, and woman, non-binary, and man. So those are your options there. And then once you've decided on that, you can go and move into either, you can just go ahead and skip forward to picking a class if you just want one of these presets here, or you can go in and start to customize them hitting F, and you'll have all of these options for each of it. So you've got head, body, eyes, nose, mouth, ears, hair, makeup, and scars and such, and each have their own little categories on the side. So if we just start with the presets, you can have like a bunch that are just here, and you can just pick whatever one of them that you want. And there's a nice handful of them here. But then you can also just go through and do them individually. So you can pick, you can, fine tune it a lot more to exactly what you want the person to look like. And I was playing around with it again for like an hour and a half before I started the live stream. And it's a lot of fun. I could easily sink more and more hours into doing just this. But so you can pick like 3 different base head shapes to kind of form your, like how everything goes together, to kind of cycle between. So, I could have a face like this on one end here, and then we could just pick another random one down here, and then a third one here. And then, like, once you have your 3 kind of bases, how you want them, you can move this around so that it's more like the first one, more like this one, or this one, kind of all the way around, and then little bits and pieces of each of them as you go through. So I really like this way of doing things. I know that, like, some of the other character creators are a lot less, obviously, sophisticated than this one, which is the benefit of having a brand new game after what I think... I don't even know when Inquisition came out. 2010? No, that's not right. 2014, I think. That's what I meant. I think. God, I really don't know. Yeah, because it's been like 10 years, I think. That's what I keep seeing. People are like, 10 years it's been. Okay, so we're just going to go with something here. I'm not going to spend an aggressive amount of time on it because you really could just like sink hours into just doing this. So we'll go back to that. So that's the head shape, and then you can obviously pick like their complexion. You can have it basically any way that you want, and you can make it darker or lighter depending on what exactly you want. And so you have like the skin hues and then skin tones, and then there are options there. This one's pretty simple, not very complicated, not a whole lot of options, but like a lot of variation depending on like how you modify the sliders. I think I liked the one that we had here though. Pretty good. And then you can actually choose between 42 different presets for their complexion, ranging from like smooth or rich, rugged, weathered, I think is another one, youthful. We can cycle through all of them if there's an interest in in seeing all of them. I know, so feel free to shout off in the comments any specific things that you are interested in seeing, especially as far as right now the character creator goes, and I can kind of show it off. Otherwise, I'll just kind of cycle through some stuff and pick something. So we just, I'll just cycle through the options here a little bit until I find something that I like. The rugged one, or what was this one? Rich? That was an interesting one. So we have the rugged ones. Let's see. I think I like this one. I think this will do. And then you can have your options here for vitiligo. I'm not going to worry about them right this moment, but I love that that's an option. I know that they're starting to add that to like a lot more games now. And I think just in general, the idea of including more options for like how your characters can look and so that people can make them look more like themselves is always a good thing in my opinion. So we'll go back here and then you can do forehead and brow. So you can mess with like the forehead width as much as you want. And then like the brow spacing, like how close and, together their eyebrows are and whatnot. All of it's pretty self-explanatory, and it just has sliders that you can go through to kind of fine-tune whatever those presets were that you did in like that first, in this head shape section. You can just fine-tune all of those little pieces one by one with all of these options. And then... oh, can I rotate? Yeah. So if you like right click and rotate, you can turn them all around and things like that. As far as nitpicking, like fine tuning their appearance, I'm not going to do that quite this time. But I can show off kind of just each of the individual items and what they all do. But really it's just the same. As far as like you have sliders for everything. You can do a quick reset for each of the items. If like you don't like how it turned out or you want to start over from scratch, it's that simple. And So you can do everything from their cheeks to their jaw, their angle of the, of their jawbone, and it changes literally everything about them. Like you could do this a million times and come up with an entirely different look each time. And then, so then you can do their body. And then again, you have like a couple presets that you can just choose from, depending on what kind of build you want. You can just cycle through all of them and pick them. And then you can also, of course, fine-tune each of them as you go along. So like if we just pick one here, we'll just start with that or this one. And you can, figure out how, so you have like musculature, thinness, and, weight on one side, basically. And you can just kind of, again, the same thing with the face, you can kind of move this thing around and it'll balance out between the 3 different options. However you want it to end up looking. We'll go with something around here. And then the skin tone we already did. Body proportions, again, just another slider that you can pick all sorts of things from. And you can also increase or lower their height. I think we'll keep her relatively short. I don't really know much about the different like lineages and races and stuff in the game as far as like what their typical look might be. But we'll just go with this. And then you can do eyes. Basically, like I said, you can just use all of these sliders and color wheels and stuff. Well, it doesn't have a color wheel, but you can pick like 3 different parts of their eye. Change the saturation and brightness on each of them to kind of fine-tune exactly the color you want. I think we're fine with how things are. But again, if there's something that you specifically want to see in the character creator, feel free to let me know and I can show it off. Otherwise, we're going to keep moving right along. And we'll try a different hairstyle. I'm not in love with this one. But they have a bunch of them. And I know that that's like always a thing that people are wanting more of, is more hairstyles. Basically in any character creator, I feel like the most common thing is like more hairstyles all the time. But I think they've included quite a few. So there's 88 different hairstyles. And they're pretty good. I like a lot of them actually. So, but what do I want to use for this one? Let's see. Not that. We can actually just go through each one of them individually as well, if people are interested in seeing how each of them look. I like the texture on them all is incredible, really. Very impressed with it. Baldur's Gate did a pretty good job with the hair as well, and I liked how you could change like highlights and stuff in Baldur's Gate. There is no option quite like that in this game, but I feel like the texture of the hairs looks a lot better, in my opinion, than Baldur's Gate. I guess it really just depends on, like, what you're going for, but I like this one a little bit better. I wish there were more options for, like, how you could color the hair, but you win some, you lose some, I guess. It's better than most, for sure. I'm just kind of going through each one of them individually. But just all of the textures look amazing, which I feel like is one of the harder things to get done in video games from like what I've read about stuff, is like trying to get like hair textures to look right and also move and like be fluid when the game is actually going. And like you can see how it moves when you move the character around. How much of that will actually play out on screen? I'm not really sure, but it's impressive either way. We're just gonna go through all of them, zoom out a little bit so we can see all of this one. It's pretty long. Not in love with that one, but to each their own. I feel like there's always going to be like a handful of hairstyles that almost everybody ends up with. It's because they're really interesting looking ones or really cool looking ones. I feel like happens like with every game. You see like the same, you always see characters with the same hair when you see people playing it. There's always a couple favorites. And it really just depends on the vibe that you're going for. And, you know, obviously I haven't played all of the games before, so what vibe am I going for? I honestly really don't know quite yet. Just because I feel like I don't know enough about the universe to try to decide, like, oh, you know, this is their backstory, this is what I want them to look like, this is why they would have this hairstyle, blah, blah, blah. Any of those things. But you can get really creative with it, so I think it's a lot of fun. We're only like halfway through all these. Just go through them a little bit quicker, and then we'll settle on one eventually. I've seen a couple that I liked a lot. Like, I like this one a lot, actually. Not a fan of that one, though. Like this one. I feel like this one I'm going to see a lot of in gameplays, in like playthroughs. I don't know. I feel like mullets are in right now, so I can see a lot of people using it. Oh, and then there's like another kind of version of it a little bit here as well. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is, I think I liked, like this one isn't too bad. I don't love it though. There was like a short-haired one that I really liked, and now I have to find it again. I'm partial to short hair myself. I have very short hair. Not like, I'm not necessarily trying to make this character be me or anything, but I do love short hair. I think it was this one. I think I liked this. So we're gonna go with this. And we'll change the color a little bit too. Maybe to something a little bit red. Do saturation, how does it look? Yeah, it's definitely, well, you can make it more red or less. And now it's like kind of like a light brown color almost. Which isn't bad. I like that. We'll go with that. And then I'm not going to worry about makeup and tattoos, scars, and paint. I'm going to leave the rest of it kind of how it is. But you can do like face and body tattoos. And they have quite a few options. And I assume that there's also like, I don't know if there's significance to some of the tattoos as far as like the different like lineages and things that you could choose. Which is why I tend to ignore them when I'm creating it, because I don't know very many of the... Sorry, there was like a car going off nearby. I don't know a lot of the significance of those things, so I tend to not give them to my characters until I know what the significance might be. Because I know, like, in real life, tattoos tend to mean something culturally. And I would like to give my characters ones that are culturally significant and match up with their culture, but I don't know enough about that to do that today, so we won't. We'll just continue on, and we'll accept this character as is. And we'll keep going, and then move on to the next part, which is... Okay, so this just takes us back to the appearance part, but if we hit V again to continue, then we get into picking our class. And so we have 3 options, as usual, which are a rogue, a warrior, and a mage. You know, all with their different specializations and things. Obviously, mages have magic. Warriors are like more shield and sword kind of fighting, and then rogues typically like, you know, stealth and kind of things like that, and trickery and whatnot. Anyway, so I think what we're going to do with ours is we are going to do a mage. And then we go, if we continue on, we can choose factions, and there's quite a lot of them. So we have the Grey Wardens, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, is the first time you're able to play as a Grey Warden again since Dragon Age Origins, which is all about the Grey Wardens. So you pick your faction, and they all come with, like, obviously their different backstories, and then a couple, like, I guess, like, traits or skills that come along with it. So, like, you gain reputation with Grey Wardens more quickly, things like that. For each one, they all have those things. Um, and so the Grey Wardens fight off the Darkspawn, so they have increased damage to Darkspawn, and they also have base defense and health are slightly increased, which is a nice little boost there. And then you have Veil Jumpers. These things, because I haven't played I haven't fully played through any of the other games. I don't know much about them, but it obviously does give you a little bit of a summary for each of the things. So these group of explorers, ancient elven, this daring group explores ancient elven ruins in the Arlathan forest. And I will probably pronounce lots of things wrong, by the way. Apologies. Although founded by elves, they welcome anyone brave enough to face Arlathan's reality warping magic. I do think that those ones sound very interesting. Deal increased damage versus Fade Touched, which I know that we are going to be dealing quite a lot with the Fade in this game, so that could definitely be something that comes in handy. And then we have the Shadow Dragons, which are a resistance group that opposes corrupt rulers and slavery in Tevinter. Coming from all walks of life, they are determined to bring justice to the people. So again, all of them always have like this first one, which is gaining reputation with whatever faction they belong to, naturally. And then, like a specific damage increases to certain things and whatnot. I really am interested in the Shadow Dragons as well. Then we have Lords of Fortune, an informal collection of explorers, hunters, and treasure seekers from Ravain. The rowdy lords are famed for both daring exploits and narrow escapes. And then, they have their increased damage to mercenaries, and they can perform takedowns on enemies. And then we have the Morn Watch, which is another one that I'm particularly interested in. Elite necromantic explorer order explores the mysteries of life and death and tends to the undead in Navarro's sprawling grand necropolis. And I think the game takes... I don't know. I know that one of the companions comes from Navarra. Again, hopefully... Yeah, I'm pronouncing things wrong at some point for sure. Apologies for that. But yeah, the Morn Watch is something I'm also very interested in. I mean, I would love to play all of them, really, all the different stories. And then you have the Antivan Crows, which, again, I know at least this much from Dragon Age Origins, that one of the companions, or like one of the people that you could run into is an Antivan Crow. So they're assassins. I do like this idea as well. But I think what I want to do is... I kind of want to do the Morn Watch. I don't really know exactly why that is the one that I would like to do. I want to do all of them, but I think for today, we're going to go with the Morn Watch. And so we'll continue on. So the backstory is Defender of the Dead. When restless spirits threatened the inhabitants of the Grand Necropolis, Rook took decisive action to protect both the living and the dead. Discovered by undead inside a Grand Necropolis tomb as an infant, Rook was raised by Mornwatch necromancers, eventually joining the Order. During a civil war between undead nobility, known later as the War of the Banners, she led an attack on the rebellion's dueling leaders. It was a success, quelling the war and saving lives. But Rook's destruction of these undead nobles was controversial. Some Mornwatchers feared Rook had offended the Order's aristocratic patrons and encouraged her to travel for a while. Okay, so she was involved in this civil war and helped lead this rebellion, and people were not necessarily a fan of what she did, so we're kind of like, just go off and do your own thing for a little while. Maybe it's best if you lay low or something. So we're going to go ahead and select this faction. We're going to lock that one in. And then we have playstyle, which, there's always options of, like, story where, the incoming damage and, like, basically just the combat is not very difficult at all. Just so you can focus on exploring things. You don't have to worry about fighting any difficult creatures too often. Then this one is a balanced combat experience that emphasizes party composition and equipment choices over reaction times. So I think this is probably something more to do with making the best use of your companions. And then this adventure one, which is the default, is kind of like your basic normal gameplay style. And then they obviously have like the harder ones, the underdog, where it's much harder to do. Your defending time, like damage is increased from everything. And then there's Nightmare. It cannot be undone without starting a brand new playthrough. And I don't know. It doesn't really say it here whether or not Nightmare means like if you die, you restart. I know that's typically kind of what a Nightmare difficulty means in other games. Like I think it's called, I don't know that it's called Nightmare in Baldur's Gate, but I know that it's like a similar premise that like if you die, you have to start over. Oh, honor mode, that's what it is. In Baldur's Gate. So I don't know, it doesn't say here that you can't die without like starting the game all over again. Which is good, because that sounds like super hard. Anyway, and then there's like an Unbound one where it's more customized and you can kind of fine-tune the difficulty to your liking. We are just going to start with Adventurer and hope for the best for today, just to show how it is kind of at the base level. So we'll go ahead and continue there. For the name, I don't know the naming conventions. I know that like you have to get your last name is derived here from your faction, like it says. So you can't change it. And I guess Rook is essentially, it seems like a nickname because you can change the name. I don't know if it's a nickname or what. That's kind of the impression that I get. But we'll just randomize a couple. Sure. We'll go with this. And then you can have, there's 4 different voices, 2 feminine, 2 masculine.
I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here.
And then 2 pitches as well for all of them.
I'm glad you're here.
We'll go with medium here.
I'm
I like
glad
the
you're
sound of
here.
that. And then, so over here we have Past Adventures, the Inquisition. And ours is set to default right now, but so it says you can customize the main character and a few events from previous game. I don't like the way that that's worded, but from previous game Dragon Age Inquisition. This will have some minor effects on the story, but can be skipped if you wish to move on. So if you've played Inquisition, which I'm assuming a lot of people that will be playing this have, you can input certain decisions and... Well, I guess let's just go into customize and see what decisions you can actually do. Past Adventures, the Inquisition. And then so we have these options here. Murderer, Herald, Judge, Savior. These were some of the titles heaped on the Inquisitor as she led a force that challenged nations. And I think if we hit make changes, so... We have all of these. You can looks like you can customize everything. The lineage, appearance, and voice of the Inquisitor. And so you can choose from any of the options here. And I'm a little bit hesitant to jump too far into any of these, just because I haven't actually played the game, and I don't want any of the kind of options to like be revealed to me, like kind of the way that things can end. Oh, I guess I have to now. I'm sure there's a way to reset that. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, well, I guess we'll pick some then. So we'll go with an elf. And we'll continue. Again, I'm not going to pay too much attention to this part either. So we'll just continue that. I don't need to customize their appearance any more than this. Okay, so Inquisitor Lavelin came from an elven clan in the wilderness. An able hunter, her skills were put to the test, battling the demons and other monsters as head of the Inquisition. And we'll keep that, I guess. And we will continue. Okay, so customize the world state. You can pick what friendships and romances you might have had. And we'll just keep continuing. And you can decide the fate of the Inquisition, given to the Chantry or disbanded, which is super neat. Vowed to stop Solus or vowed to save Solus from himself. And we will finalize that. I think it's weird that there's not an option like once you've decided to customize it, you can't undo customizing. Okay, so let's see what happens if I customize this again. Or can we switch this? Leave customization. Now, I think that's weird that you can't set it back to the default. Seems kind of odd to me if you... Really? Maybe if we go back to playstyle and then continue from here? That seems really strange to me. That you can't just go back to the default. But we have a story now here, so I guess we're just gonna go with that. It seems super strange to me, though. I'm not gonna lie. Seems like you should be able to do that. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna accept that. And so this is our character. See, now we can change this again, but does it let me go back to the default? No. I think that's very strange. Oh well. We're finally finalizing that. Yes. We are ready to go. I will try to...
So, where were we? Oh, right. Him. Our best plan is to stop the Dreadwolf before he can perform his ritual. After following his trail across half the known world, we finally tracked him to Minrathous, capital of the Tevinter Imperium. But to find the Dreadwolf in a city this big, we need a local expert. So, naturally, our story begins where all great stories begin. With the seediest bar in town. And a missing contact.
Let's try this again. Where's Nev Gallus?
You think you can come into my bar and make demands?
Okay, so we have two different options here. Beat down the entire room to get the information, or try to talk it out. We're gonna try to talk it out. We're not I mean, we're a mage, and we have magic at our disposal, but I feel like talking it out is always the reasonable way to go, at least to start. So we're gonna go ahead and do that.
It's not a demand. It's an offer. Telling me what I need to know, it's the smart play here.
How'd you figure, sweet talker?
Nev Gallus is my only shot at finding the Dreadwolf. I need to know where she is. We were supposed to meet here, in your bar, but you let Venatori cultists drag her away.
I didn't let them. They paid me.
So answer my questions and walk away with the coin, or spend it cleaning up the place when I'm through. Your choice.
You're adorable. Dumat Plaza. That's where you'll find Nev Gallus.
Thank you.
You want to get yourself killed fighting the Venatori? It's your ass.
That offer's good for all of you, too. No?
If they won't listen to you, they can always listen to Bianca.
Your friend Nev Gallus is at Dumat Plaza.
I heard. That's why you're my second in command. Although for the record, you might be too charming for your own good.
Okay, so we have Varric has seen that you like talking your way out of things. So we have a couple of options here. I think this is like, this is like a good, neutral, nice guy kind of thing to say with the thumbs up. Something a little bit funny, a little bit cheeky, and then, kind of like a stoic answer, So I think we'll go with, it's always nice to have a little bit of a sense of humor when the world is about to end. I think we all know that pretty well by now. So we're gonna go with the kind of little drama face here, and we're gonna say, okay, but it worked though.
See, you say that. But we do have Nev's location now, so...
Don't get cocky.
Come on, Harding will be worried.
All right, break's over.
I hope Nev's as good at finding people as you claim.
She's the best damn detective I've ever met. If she says she's got a lead on Solus, I believe her. The Archon's palace. Something must have gotten them riled up.
Okay, so we have to get to Harding and find Nev Gallus, who is our contact for finding where Solus went. So pretty simple camera or like game controls here, WASD, blah, blah, blah. Move your camera around. You don't have to click anything to get it moving. But so we're headed off in that direction somewhere based on our map. And so I don't know how to open any of all that stuff yet, but I assume we'll get to it.
Should we be in more of a hurry to get out of here?
We don't want to look conspicuous. Just get out of here nice and casual. Find Nev Gallus and stop Solus.
I don't want to talk over too much of the dialogue by accident, but
You still think you can talk him down before he starts his big ritual?
That ritual is going to tear down the veil. The only thing separating us from the Fade and an endless number of demons. I have to talk him down.
Welcome in. Thank you for joining me.
But I didn't do anything!
Get down.
It's been a long time since there was a Dragon Age game.
Is it because of the bar?
Word travels fast in Minrathous.
We've gotta help her.
We don't have time to get arrested, especially if we... Oh, crap.
We're too late.
The ritual started. But if we hurry, we can still stop Solus before it finishes. Let's go! Harding's this way. She'll get
Okay,
us to
so where did he go?
Plaza. Then Nev will get us to Solus.
Okay, so you can press... Well, I tried to do that, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything. sprint.
Is Solus summoning demons on purpose?
My guess is the veil is weakening, and they're slipping through the cracks.
Didn't realize the game would start out with Solus doing this.
Completely?
Oh shoot.
And the whole world is going to look a lot like this.
Have you played any of the past Dragon Age games?
Come on, this way. It should get us to Harding.
You're safe now. Get inside and bar the doors quick as you can, okay?
Thank you, miss.
Harding, you all right?
I've been doing what I can to help. The ritual must be weakening the veil. There are a lot of scared people out here.
And a lot of demons. Haven't seen this many come through the Fade in years.
And what about you two? Are you okay?
Don't worry if you don't know what's happening. I also don't. I have played some of the very first game, Dragon Age Origins. I'm currently on my first full playthrough of it, hopefully, to finish it. I do know that this one takes place kind of immediately after Inquisition, which is the third game, which is the only one that you haven't played. Basically, the gist of it is that Solus from Inquisition kind of messed up a lot of stuff, and now he's trying to undo it, but it will cause a lot of problems and it'll cause even more problems and kind of destroy the world if he undoes what he did. And so our mission right now so far is to try to stop him from doing that. So we've got Harding here. What about you two? Are you okay? And again, we have our three kind of options. Looks like we have a different one this time instead of the little chuckly face one. I don't know if this is like, this looks argumentative to me based on the icon. It doesn't really tell you much information. But I think we'll just go with never better.
Fought some demons, and the Archon's palace took a few shots at us. Nothing we couldn't handle.
Speak for yourself.
We got my gear.
Right over there. Where's Nev Gallus? Wasn't she at the meeting point?
The Venatori got to her first. They grabbed her before we arrived and paid off the bar owner to keep her quiet.
I'm not surprised our detective did something to piss off a cult of murderous blood mages, but their timing stinks. The bar owner said the Venatori took Nev to Dumont Plaza. Can you get us there, Harding?
Not a problem. I saw Dumont Plaza while I was scouting the area, and it was crawling with Venatori. Follow me.
Eyes up. We've got company.
Okay, so this looks like our first combat scenario going on here. Yeah, the symbols don't convey much, which kind of is fun sometimes, because if you just kind of guess at what they might mean, it can, you know, lead to some interesting results, and in, you know, feedback from your companions. But if you are looking for a specific, you know, response, it's a little bit difficult if you don't know exactly what they mean. But okay, so perform a light attack with just a regular click. Use your light attack up to 3 times in a row to create an attack chain. The last hit is a final attack that fires multiple bolts simultaneously. Okay.
Here they come.
So, oops. I'm already having a hard time with it. Okay, hold Q to defend against all but the strongest attacks. The magic will fail after enough hits. Oops. Combat is not my specialty with video games of any kind.
Good. Let's
And
get
then
to
press
Dumont Plaza
R
and find
to
out.
drink a healing potion.
You two all right? Patch yourselves up if you need it.
Cool. Okay.
I don't get it. If Solus tears down the veil, doesn't that destroy everything?
Solus always talked about how beautiful the ancient world was.
That world existed before the veil, and he wants to bring it back.
Even if his ritual kills us all in the process.
Trying to see if there's like things that we can pick up along the way, but I don't see any indicators of like things that we can loot or whatever. We'll just keep moving.
Oh no, I think that's Dumont Plaza.
Let's move.
Oh, that's where we need to be going. The place that is currently destroyed.
They're the ones who made trouble at the ball.
Venatory cultists!
Reinforcements should be here soon.
I hate these assholes.
Oops. Bear with me on this combat. I'm not great at this part.
Put up a barrier in the way.
I feel like I could be doing worse, though. The Venatory have erected a barrier, destroying nearby crystals to bring it down. Okay.
More intruders!
Avenge our fallen brethren.
Friendly bunch of cultists, aren't they?
Forget that I have magic and I don't actually need to be right on top of
Always
these
hunting for
people.
dangerous magic.
Yep, that's them.
Drink a health potion.
All systems must remain indoors until the magical anomaly is fully contained.
Okay.
Come on.
So I guess we're going down in here.
They're allies of Ned Gallus. Kill them all.
Okay. So we've got another little pop-up here. Arcane Shot. Use tab to select your new Arcane Shot ability. It requires 50 mana to use. I don't even know if that's how you say that, but to use. So this is where things start to get complicated for me. Yeah, so I'm a mage. Yep, I'm an elf mage, and I'm a Morn Watch. That was like my faction that I chose. Pretty sure. I've kind of forgotten now, but we'll get around to it. So let's see. Our Arcane Shot ability is, here we go. And then tab to use it too. Yeah, there we go. Okay, oh, there's another one here. Oh, quick recover. Interesting. Oops, take another health potion here.
Venatory, take your revenge.
Oh, I don't need that anymore.
Another barrier. But it looks like Nev's work, not the Venatory's.
Okay. Oh, I saw something glowing over here. I thought I could pick it up, but it looks like maybe one of our companions did. I'm not really sure what it was. Okay, so let's investigate the ice barrier.
Very hiding. Not the worst timing.
Nev, it's so good to see you. We thought the Venatory had kidnapped you.
They thought the same thing. A lot of Venatori in the city have reason to hate me. Figured I'd play along. Find out who wanted to settle the score this time. Then the sky started raining demons. So I'm back on the job.
Appreciate it. Rook, this is Nev Gallus, our local expert. She's gonna help us find Solus. Nev, meet Rook. Harding and I found her a while back. Thought we could use an expert on trouble.
Rook, like the chess piece?
One of the strongest pieces on the board, but she tends to think in straight lines.
Okay, so we've got our options here again. And so I wonder if there must be 3 other options on this side. So we saw one that came from here. And then I wonder if these 2 will eventually have something as well. But So, one of the strongest pieces. Yeah, okay. So we're talking to Nev. Nice job with the Venatori.
Nice to meet you. Based on the Venatori, you've got excellent taste in enemies.
I do my best.
You said you had a lead?
I haven't seen Solus in person, but I did find hints of old magic, similar to what you get in elven ruins. I traced it to a building beneath Our Lady of Victory. That's where your man is hiding.
Then let's go. Before this ritual he's doing gets any worse.
Worse, this ritual's already drawing more power than I'd expect from a dozen mages. You told me he was working alone.
I also told you he was an ancient elven god.
An elven god. Well, whatever he is, he's causing trouble in my city. Let's go.
So this Nev is supposedly some sort of investigator.
Now districts must remain in their homes.
So if we do catch Solus, or the Dread Wolf, or whatever he calls himself, what's the plan?
He wants to bring down the Veil. Hopefully that ritual takes his full attention.
So we catch him while he's doing his ritual, so he can't fight us?
That's the hope. If it comes to a straight-up fight, we're dead.
Okay. So, looks like we need to get down there and cross over that little thing. So, we'll head over this way. Still don't see any way that we're able to, like, pick things up on the ground or, like, loot stuff. But I guess we'll see as we go. Okay, so we can zip line. Cool.
I'm getting too old for this.
Eric, too, I know, was in the last game, Inquisition. I played enough of it to have met him, which you meet him right at the very beginning.
That's the building I tracked Solus to.
Looks like the Venatori also found it. And then demons found them.
Okay, ranged attack. Hold the right-click button to channel your magical energy into a beam. And this also consumes some mana. Oh. I was kind of hoping it would just stay on him, but... Oops.
Enchantment on the
Nice.
entrance. I can get it.
Okay, so we're looking for Sola still. We're gonna explore this hideout. I guess I have to go first.
So this is the Dread Wolf's hideout.
One of them, at least. Not sure how long he's been here.
Some of this looks ancient.
Solus has been around longer than Minrathous itself.
These are some of the details that I definitely don't know from the games, because I've only played literally like 20 minutes of Inquisition. I mean, I've played some of Origins, but Solus isn't in Origins, so... I'm guessing that demons are distinct from Darkspawn. Yeah, so these demons are coming directly out of the Fade. And I know that they are... I don't exactly know more than more of the difference than that, than what Darkspawn are, but it's an entirely separate thing. Yeah. Okay, so we can investigate this over here.
Broken chains. Solus is freeing slaves.
Solus hates slavery. One of the few things we actually agreed on.
He said the other elven gods were tyrants who oppressed his people. He was trying to help them.
Okay, so I do know also, like, story-wise that Solus is complicated, I guess. He was not necessarily trying to do bad, if I understand it right, but he kind of just messed up some stuff. And now he's trying to fix his mistake. But the solution is bigger than the problem itself, is kind of what the story seems like to me. That's what I've gathered so far. Obviously, for people who have played the games, all of them, you know, in order, it'll make a lot more sense. But I'm getting there. I'm working on it. So we can open stuff. So that's how we loot stuff. So there is a way. This is the first thing that I've encountered that lets you do it.
What do you see?
Oh.
No sign of Solus. Just a big glowing window or mirror or something.
Well, that sounds ominous.
And I do think at some point we will be able to also face off against Darkspawn, because one of the characters can be one of your like factions that you can choose at the beginning is a Grey Warden, and it does say that you gain defense and like offense against, like you have better stats against Darkspawn, so it is something that you will encounter in the game or can encounter in the game, but these demons are something else. So let's investigate this.
Doing something to a dragon, I think.
Yeah. Trying to control it, maybe?
Solus said the other elven gods were evil. If they were binding dragons, he was right about that much, at least.
Yeah, it looks like that's what, like, we've got like a dragon kind of chained up in here, it looks like, on this little mural. Okay, so let's keep going in. Look around for anything that we can investigate and stuff. Oh, we got enemies here. Okay, mages can use the orb and dagger combination. Use left click to attack with the orb. And then I guess that I'm not sure if that means the enter button or the like up button. Because I tried the up arrow button and that didn't do anything. So that one's a little bit complicated for me. I don't normally play PC games. It's been a long time since I played a lot of console games for a long time. So the computer controls confuse me a little bit. Anyway, so we'll do that. Orb attacks are much quicker than staff attacks, but with a shorter range. Each hit with the orb applies an arcane mark to the target. On the third, it becomes an arcane bomb. Using the arrow and the left click, dagger attacks will make the arcane bomb explode, dealing a large amount of bonus damage. Okay. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to get that to work. Yeah, I think that was it. Oops, but I am not very good at it. So we won't be using that much.
More demons.
Okay. We took care of the demons in here. Let's just see if there's anything else we can, like, grab from around here. I do like to explore a little bit. Where does this go? Interesting. Oh, this might have actually been what we were supposed to be doing anyway. It says to unlock the door, so maybe this is how we do it.
It sounds like that opened something below.
Yep,
Then
probably.
let's have a look.
Okay, so continue to explore the hideout. Can I destroy the green vases? That's a good question. Yes, we can. Well, that's handy. Oh, good. That gave me a potion, too. Excellent. Because I was running out of those, and I was already gonna die, so. Okay, good to note that we can clear them out that way. So we opened the door. Okay, so we're in here, and then it looks like around the other way. Some sort of desk going on over here. Let's see. We'll open up this chest. Doesn't look like we can interact with any of these things, but... Got this door here, so let's go check this out. Okay. Are my people following me? Yeah, there they are.
This the big glowing window you saw earlier, Rook?
It's called an alluvian. They're elven and very old.
It acts like a doorway from one place to another. Solus uses them to get around quickly.
He must have gone through it.
Okay, so looks like we travel through the alluvian after Solus.
Well, we're not in Minrathous anymore.
I know these trees. This is Arlethan Forest.
And there's your ritual. The power involved. I've never seen anything like it.
The tremors are getting worse.
And we've got demons.
Okay, so more demons to fight. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, that one's dead.
The demons were bad back in Minrathous.
The Fade's a mess this close to the ritual. No telling what could come through.
Okay. So basically Solus is trying to, like, tear down the veil, essentially. Which is, I think, what keeps stuff from this world and the Fade. Take one of those health potions.
Does it feel like those tremors are getting worse?
Keep moving and try not to think about it.
Okay. Oh, we don't have enough. That?
We get tremors every time one of those big crystals at the ritual site lights up.
Not many of them left to light. Might want to hurry.
Okay. More demons along our way. Darkspawn, I agree. I think Darkspawn were pretty creepy in the first one. I wonder how they'll look in this game. I'm actually pretty impressed with sort of the graphics and, like, the design of the game so far. I like that, like, the characters look realistic, but not, like, lifelike necessarily. I think they were, like, defiled corpses of men who invaded heaven and became defiled. Yeah, I know there's the story basically for them as far as, like, the Chantry is concerned in Origins, is that, like, old mages or something were, like, worshipping old gods, and then they were, like, punished by the Maker or something like that, and turned into these... and turned into the Darkspawn or something?
Almost there.
Use ability shortcuts by pressing 1, 2, and 3. I don't know what that did. More demons.
Nothing compared to how many we'll get if Solus finishes his ritual.
Gosh. Okay, we're gonna try to use our arcane shot here on this one.
We have to stop this demon quickly.
Oops, I keep hitting tab instead of... Oh gosh. I can't defend against that one.
Watch the lightning.
Okay, so the lightning goes in those spots there. Oh, I died. Well, that was pretty quick. Okay. Load a fast save. I wonder exactly how far back it'll take me. Hopefully not too far back. Okay, just to this. Perfect. I was just reading about pride demons in
Have to stop this demon
Origins, like, yesterday.
Watch the lightning.
How did demon this large get through the veil?
It's a pride demon. Damn thing probably sets Solus's ego.
In Origins, what I was just reading about them is that these are like the most dangerous kind of demons.
Everyone all right?
Good enough. Let's get to Solus.
All right. I'll take it from here.
Are you sure?
Positive. You three just keep the demons off me while I talk to him.
Varric, Solus isn't gonna stop just because an old friend asks nicely.
Solus needs someone to sell him another option, to help him justify changing his mind.
Okay, so we've got two options here, and it doesn't tell us anything about which ones. I think we're just gonna have to give Varric's option here a shot.
We've got your back. If anyone can get through to him,
So Harding disapproves and Nev
Thanks,
approves.
Rook. Whatever else he is, he's my friend. And if he won't listen to me, then he'll hear from Bianca.
Bianca is his crossbow, if you are unfamiliar.
More demons.
Take care of the team for me. Hey, Chuckles. Hope I'm not interrupting.
all right. Let's buy him some time.
Okay, so we're fighting demons while he's doing that.
I hope Varric is getting through to Solus.
Better talk fast. Can't hold these demons up forever.
The veil is a wound inflicted upon this world. It must be healed.
By drowning the world in demons?
I have taken precautions to minimize the damage, Varric.
Minimize the... People are dying right now. You need to listen. Please.
Oh shoot. There goes Bianca.
People are always dying. It is what they do.
Shit. We need a better plan.
Do you want me to take the shot?
Won't work. He's too powerful.
What if we disrupt the ritual?
How?
See those statues? If we break the scaffolding holding that one up, the whole thing will come down on Solus.
It's risky. Interrupting a ritual of this scale will have consequences.
And what about the demons? Varric needs us to hold them off.
Right. You two stay here. I'll bring down the statue.
What? No. Stepping into all that raw magic is suicide.
The storm could tear you apart.
Anyone got a better idea?
Fine, but you'll need backup. I'm with you.
I'm a mage. I'll go.
Either way, someone needs to stay back and deal with the demons.
Okay. Well, I think Harding will follow you into greater danger. Oh. I think Harding. We'll take Harding.
Let's go, Harding. Nev.
Harding greatly
keep the
approves.
demons off us.
You got it.
I don't know, dwarves are really strong, so I feel like it's not magic that we need right now, so to bring down a scaffolding. Oh. Someone's going to die. I hope not.
This is it.
But you might be right about that.
Down that scaffolding.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Why? Why tear down the veil, knowing all the lives it'll cost?
We shared a journey years ago. Do you believe that I would do this if there was some other better option?
The pillar's weak, but
It isn't falling. We need to push it.
I'm with you.
Together. Now!
You came a long way and made a valiant effort, Varric, but this story does not end with my downfall.
Push!
hope Varric gets out of there. Uh-oh. This doesn't look good. Oh. Oh, man. Oh boy. Well, that started off with a bang, I think.
You have no idea what you have done.
Solus? I know what I did. I stopped you from destroying the world.
I was not destroying the world. When you disrupted my ritual, the magical energies pulled me here, into the Fade.
Okay, so that's why you're here. But why am I here?
Your physical body is unconscious, but you shed a few drops of blood at the ritual site. Enough for a tenuous connection.
Blood magic?
Firstly, I abhor the use of blood magic. Secondly, had I the power to control you, I would already have used it.
Okay. So we are also in the Fade then with Solus. So we have our options here again. Okay, so we have one more new, like, option here, or dialogue kind of choice. So we've seen a couple. So we have like a good one, a stoic one, like a tough one, I guess it looks like, and maybe this is like a fighty one. I'd like to wake up.
So all I have to do to get away from you is wake up?
And how much experience do you have willing yourself from sleep to wakefulness?
Can't be that hard.
While you practice, perhaps you would like to hear about the consequences of your actions.
Meaning?
The Evanurus. Or as you would call them, the Elven Gods. The creatures that escaped. In ancient times, they ruled the elves, but that was not enough. They sought not just to be obeyed, but to be worshipped. When I rebelled, they drew on the horrific magic of the Blight, corrupting all they saw until I trapped them. Thanks to you, though, I am now trapped, and the blighted Elven Gods walk free.
Why should I believe you? Sure, you're the hero, and you're the one who let them out.
Thanks to me? I wasn't the one performing a big ritual to free them.
Free them? My mortal enemies. I was ensuring that they would never escape their prison.
You were tearing down the veil.
I had a plan.
Varric always said you'd have a big explanation for why none of this was your fault.
Varric,
Yeah, he said that's your style. Never quite lies, clever half-truths that let you convince yourself you're doing the right thing. He tried to talk to you anyway, and now he's hurt.
Varric is quite practiced at shading the truth himself.
So those things that got out, you said they were gods?
They said they were gods. Blighted, tyrannical, sadistic gods. It took all my power to imprison them millennia ago, but I am certain you will be fine.
Okay, so... I'm gonna go with this one. Sarcasm, really?
That's really helpful. What are you, the elven god of sarcasm?
Lies, treachery, and rebellion, depending upon the story. And how could I help? I do not have my ritual dagger. I cannot access my network of mirrors to travel from the lighthouse to anywhere in the world. All I can offer is what I know.
Helpful advice from the elven god of, and I am quoting you here, lies, treachery, and rebellion.
Depending on the story.
Elganan and Gillenane are your problem to solve. This is your responsibility now.
Why? Why tear down the veil? Listen.
Want me to take the shot?
No idea what you have done. This is your responsibility now.
Well,
Oh, he didn't die.
look who's still with us.
Good.
Varric, you're okay, but I saw Solus stab you. You fell.
Trust me, kid. I've had worse. It'd take more than a flesh wound to stop me. Don't think I'll be making it out to the field anytime soon, though.
We have more. Okay, so we can say, I'm sorry. Okay, so this is like a sad one. This seems like worried, basically. Then I think there was like kind of like a antagonistic kind of fighty option. A stoic one. Then there was like a sarcastic kind of jokey one and a happy, like a good neutral kind of one, it looks like. I think those are the options for basically what your dialogue choices can be. Anyway, so, well, I want to know more. What exactly happened?
What happened?
I did my best to talk sense into Solus, but of course, he wasn't listening. He never does.
The plan did go a little wrong.
Yeah. Nev got everyone out, by the skin of her teeth mostly. Before you start worrying, Harding will be fine. She's made of sterner stuff than either one of us. Or, at least, she's a lot tougher than me.
I'm sorry, Varric.
I should have come up with a better plan. I should have...
You worked with what you had, and you succeeded, by the way. World isn't drowning in demons.
It isn't over, though. We trapped Solus in the Fade, but something else got out. Something...
Rook, you've got this. I've seen your work. I remember your disagreement with senior watchers about how to handle that undead rebellion. There's a reason I dragged you into this whole Solus mess. You're clever, adaptable, and you don't know when to quit.
Rook? You're awake. Sorry, I didn't mean to barge in. I was just looking for elf fruit.
No, it's fine. I was just going to stretch my legs.
Oh, Rook. Watch your step out there. If you put a foot wrong, you'll fall forever. Yeah, on top of everything else, the Illuvian took us to the Fade. The place where dreams come from, so... that. Yeah.
Then I really need to look around.
Yeah, you should. And we should talk about things. Maybe find Nev. She's outside, looking around. There's a room with a table down the stairs. I'll meet you there.
Go ahead, Rook. Me, I need to sleep. See you later, kid.
Okay, I'm completing that first little bit there. And Okay, so bonus items. Use the wardrobe to claim your rewards. Your account has been granted bonus items. This is from my pre-order bonus stuff, I think. View new appearances for you and your companions at the wardrobe. Some rewards require further story progress to become available. Okay. So, I've also noticed, I didn't want to disrupt the dialogue stuff, but like in the, and I can't wiggle my mouse to show exactly where it is, but in the left-hand side, during some of the talking stuff, during some of the dialogue, there's those little notifications that show up kind of with a little path marker on it that, like one of them was that we were kind of verbally sparring with Solus, and then also that Varric thinks he let us down, which are kind of based on choices that we had already made, like agreeing to let Varric even try to talk to Solus, presumably is what led to that little notification. So that's kind of neat. So we can talk to him more, but he wants to sleep. So I think we'll just let him sleep. And we'll check out our wardrobe here. Oh gosh, it just kicks it right open. Okay. Plate of the Blood Dragon, common appearance, Helm of the Blood Dragon, and Vestments of the Blood Dragon. So those are that was the pre-order bonus, I think. I don't think I'm going to wear them necessarily, but we can check them out. So we have, I'm not really sure which things came unlocked with what, like what things we just kind of already have. Speedrun to romance Varric. I wonder if there are any limitations on who you can and cannot romance in the game. I know that there have been limitations sometimes based on gender in the past, and I don't know if there's any racial or like lineage kind of issues going on with any of that either. But anyway, we've got a couple of our armors. Again, I don't know which ones might have come with the game already, but I know that the Blood Dragon ones, oh, we got another achievement for changing the look of an item for the first time. I know that these ones are the ones that came with the pre-order. These, the Blood Dragon ones. They're kind of neat. We've got worn robes, which is, I think, what we started with. Scrubs. Riva's robes. Named after the elven word for freedom, these heavy leather robes with golden accents are fit for a god or a mage whose power rivals one. Okay, so this is from the deluxe edition. That's what these all are. They have the little notification underneath them. Okay. We'll just keep our normal ones for now. I think these are all just cosmetic, too, as far as I understand. The pre-order bonus stuff and the deluxe edition stuff is purely cosmetic. They don't offer you any boosts. Yeah, we'll save. Do we have any other weapons? We do. I don't know if we've... Yeah, these are deluxe items as well. And I think, again, these are strictly appearance-based. So we have the default. We have Spellblade of the Fallen Kingdom and Encircled Blade. Silverite. That one kind of looks nice. Save that. Oh, this is my armor slot. Oh, we want some sort of armor. I guess we'll do this. This is for elven mages, and we are an elven mage. So, you know what? We'll go with that one. Okay. This is our casual wear. I think same options there. So we'll just keep that. But no horse armor. Oh, we have our staff too. Fallen Kingdom and Acolyte staff. I like this one. Okay. Oh, and we can change the appearance of all the rest of them too. But I think we'll just leave them as they are for now. If we get armor that like actually boosts stats, then we might go in and change all that stuff. But for now, we'll just leave it how it is. Well, now I am curious what we can talk to Varric about.
I wish I could be out there with you, Rook. Just be careful, all right?
Okay, that's it. So he doesn't say anything else. And then Mirror of Transformation, I assume that just means that we can change our appearance, like our hairstyle and things like that. We'll check it out really quickly. I guess you can change your whole body then. That's interesting. But we're not actually going to do any of that. Our appearance is fine as it is. We'll stick with that. We can't talk to her anymore. But we can check in with Nev. Who she said was outside somewhere. And I still haven't... It hasn't come up with any ways that you can check your quest line and stuff. Tab doesn't do anything. J does open it up. So, it hasn't actually shown up and told me that, but it does... That is how things were in the past. So, we've got up here, we have quests, story, and completed. So, we've completed the end of the beginning in the Minrathous streets. This is the story and quest. I'm not really sure what the difference between those two things is. I guess because we haven't really gotten very far, there's not much going on here yet. But the story so far, when the team acts to stop the Dreadwolf, ancient evils are unleashed upon the world. So that's where we are at so far. And our quest is to... after stopping Solus's ritual, the team must investigate his claim that ancient blighted gods have been released into the world. So we're going to explore the lighthouse and check in with Nev. The team stops Solus from tearing down the veil, trapping him in the Fade. However, Solus insists that sabotaging his ritual unleashed malevolent elven gods named Elgernon and... I have no idea. Though wary, the team can't afford to ignore his warning. They must hunt for signs that dangerous gods stalk the land. Okay. So we're gonna go... Let's go chat with Nev, I guess. Oh, and here's our map, too. Oh, and we have a library. Different levels of our map. So we have Glossary of Dragon Age Terminology, Missives? I don't even know how you pronounce that, but letters from your companions and others you've aided in your journeys. And then our codex, we have at least something entered in here, so we're going to check that out. Stories, musings, and information discovered throughout Thetis. So we have nothing in here. We only have stuff about the Shadow Dragons. And quite a lot here. I'm gonna not mark it as red if it does already mark it red. The World of Thetis. Oh, we have a bunch of these. So this is just everything. All kinds of stuff in here. And then miscellaneous. A letter dated 6 months ago. Doesn't say from who. Watcher. Oh, this must have been... I don't know what this is for. I think this is about coming to get us and recruit us. But anyway, we're going to go back out of here. Let's go talk to Nev. What do we have out here? So a library update. So a new codex entry. Introduction to the Lighthouse. And... okay, so let's go. Like she's over here. Oh no, we just need to go down the stairs. Is there anything else in here that we can pick up? Doesn't look like it, unfortunately. Oh, yep, here's something. Door plaque. The 3 meetings face to face under the sky. Interesting. Not sure what that means. Something back there? There is. But we are going in the opposite direction of where we're supposed to be going. I'm just curious what's down here. So this is one of those, Luvian room. So these are one of the mirrors that can, like, take you to different places. That's how we followed Solus in the first place. Let's just go check out. Let's go talk to the companion that we're supposed to be finding. I'm really interested to meet one of the companions in particular. Emmerich? I think that's how it's pronounced. I'm not sure, but he looks really interesting. I have no basis on this to go on other than that a friend of mine roleplays as them, and I just like their interpretation of them so far, so I'm excited to meet that character in the game.
Look who's with us.
We're really in the Fade.
Land of raw magic, nightmares, and this, apparently. It's a lot to take in.
Harding thought we should talk about what comes next.
She's not wrong. But if you need a breather, can't hurt to look around first.
Okay, press K to open up the skills screen and acquire new skills. So we've leveled up and we have a skill point. Gosh, okay. So we have 3 points available. And then we have specializations. So a Death Caller. With knowledge from the Necropolis, the Mournwatch Death Caller uses forces of life and death to drain their enemies and power spells with their own life force. But we can't quite get there yet. Dragon Age has good companions for sure. Yeah, I've really enjoyed the ones for Origins, which is the only one that I've gotten even kind of far into. I went straight to Redcliffe. That was the first place that I went in this current playthrough of Origins. And I just saved the kid for now. I'm not really sure what else is going on, but that's as far as I've made it. So I only have a couple companions so far, but I am a fan of them, and I have heard a lot about other ones throughout the games from friends that have played. And then we have the Evoker specialization. Trained on Minrath's streets, the Shadow Dragon Evoker uses ice to control the battlefield and delivers powerful magical attacks to take down enemies. And Spellblade. Weaving magic and melee together, the Crow Spellblade wields both dagger and orb to serve death to their foes. All of these require level 20. And I think it's interesting. So it seems like you can become any one of them despite having picked like a different background. Because like I'm not a Shadow Dragon and I'm not a Crow. I am a Mournwatch, but it doesn't look like I have to specialize as a Death Caller. But that's interesting. Anyway, so Mage Core. Masters of Magic mages harness both natural elements and the Fade to destroy enemies with powerful forces. So we can come in here and we can look at our skills. I'm not sure. Okay, so this one we already have. The Arcane Shot. And that's an ability. And these are traits. Not really sure. Well, I know what the difference is. I just don't know. Are these ones that we already have unlocked? Or no? Doesn't look like it. Okay, yeah. So these are things that we don't have, but these are the ones that are available to us. Oh, and it will say acquired underneath if we already have it. Okay. So we can do trait Mind Blast. Hold Q, then tap E while defending. Consume 50 mana to unleash a shockwave 6 meters in all directions. Deals damage based on your equipped staff. Then we have Mortal Concentration. Sustaining your ranged attack gradually increases its damage output for the longer it is active to a maximum of 3 seconds. And then Fade Strike. Okay, so space, left click, or... Okay, I like that this finally has a different option than that up arrow, because I don't even know which arrow that is. I've tried enter and the up arrow, and that didn't do anything. But space, and click is something that's doable. Use your speed to unleash a powerful attack with any weapon after using Fade Step. Oh no, you have to do both things. Also unlocks an additional follow-up attack while sprinting by pressing the left click or the arrow and left click, but only for orb attacks. See more details about that? No, that's like hiding the details. Okay. I've really got to figure out how to use that actual like combination of things. But anyway, that's just a me problem. We'll do Mortal Concentration. And so doing that one unlocks greater passive downfall. So left click while airborne, jump attacks guarantee critical hits if the target is knocked down. I also like this one. We'll get those two. And this one unlocked quick recovery. Mana regeneration restarts 25% faster when paused by spending mana or taking damage. Yeah, I kind of like that one too. So we'll take that. Which unlocks some more stuff, but we don't have any more points. So, and then if we go to the library, oh, that's just the library. Okay, so skills, we're good. Okay, so we can X out of here and get back into the game. Okay, so explore the lighthouse. We have optional talk to Neb, optional talk to Harding, and then gather the team at the library table. So I'm a big fan of doing all of the optional things. So I'm going to take a look around here. So we're in the Fade. Like, we're stuck here, too, with Solus somewhere. I'm not sure where it was exactly. I mean, I know it was still in the Fade when we were talking to Solus, but I wonder, like, why that area looked different than this, and kind of, like, what was going on there, and how we were able to talk to him, and if we're able to talk to him again. Oh, we just entered a new area, it looks like. Use the capstan arms to rotate the statue in either direction. Read. Mysterious note. To enter the library passage, 3 pairings must meet face to face. Okay, so this is like some sort of puzzle. And these things all have to look at one another, these statues. I don't know where the other statues are, though. We can mess around with that. I wonder how I get up into that one, though. Or if you can, or if that's just decorative. Let's see. Do I see any more of those statues? Oh, here's 2 more. Well, I don't know if those are the same ones, though. Same kind of statue. They're statues, but I don't know that it's the same kind. I kind of think that there might be one on this side. Content marked with a clock will eventually expire as you progress. Oh gosh, I don't like that. There's like ones that are timed. Oh.
Wisps. Figures are in the Fade, but I swear they're following me.
You alright?
Strange place you've fallen into, but I'll work with it. You know me.
Do I?
I know Varric wanted you for the job. You know the same about me. It's a start.
Quite the start. So, obviously, this last one was a romance option, clearly, with the heart. This is, like, the most clear direction we've gotten so far as to what all of these different options are. And I'm tempted. I'm not gonna lie, I'm tempted. Certainly sounded like she was flirting with me right there. But, let's see. People get smoother starts.
A bad start. Unless you always meet people when something's on fire.
Most of the time. It comes with a line of work.
Right. You take a lot of notes. What about?
Lately, what we know, or knew, before Solus changed the game.
And it's?
Not much. I'm sure Lace would hate to hear that, but one step at a time.
Okay, we'll figure this out. Start with the big goal. We'll figure this out.
We'll figure this out. I'm sure of it.
Really? Do you know something I don't?
No, we just... Well, we have to, right?
Yeah, that's the job.
Okay, so that was one of our options there, was to talk to her. So we did that already. Looks like that's all there is to explore in this little room. Okay, so we can go back out here. And I still want to try to look for that other statue before we go in and talk to Harding as well. Interesting. Doesn't look like we can get up there right now, though. Alright, so we checked out behind on the other side there. Can we actually go into this room? Can. Where is this, though? Oh, I was like, I don't want to start another dialogue by accident. I'm trying to explore first. Collect Imperial Weave. Okay. So just some sort of material for what? I don't know yet. Nothing else in there. Oh, did I see something else? No. And then it looks like we can go up these stairs. And maybe that's how we get into that area that we saw up here, yeah. We can go down here. Nothing down here. That just gets us back over there. Climb up here, get this little chest. A painted pot and some money. Cool. Okay. I think we can probably just head down this way. And that seemed like that was all that was in that building. Okay, so it looks like there is a way. I don't see any way to get into this one quite yet. If we can. But it looks like I can get into that one, so we're gonna go check that out. And I don't know if Harding will be in one of these buildings or if she's on the inside. We could take a look at the map, but I'm just kind of wandering around here. So we've got a conservatory here, entering a new area. This must be where Harding is. Yep.
It wasn't supposed to go this way. What do we do now? What do we do?
Harding?
Oh, hey, Rook. How's it going?
I should be asking you that. I got you hurt.
This is a dangerous job. Everyone knew that signing on. There's so much to do. We have to keep going.
Are you sure you're okay?
Are you sure you're all right? Maybe you should rest.
She didn't like that.
Yes, Rook. I'm fine. This is nothing. I'm just a little dizzy. I'll walk it off. Or something.
Harding, you can't just...
Oh yeah? Watch me. We need to get back to the ritual site, don't we? Let's stop worrying about me and go do that. Come get me when you're ready to go.
Okay. And again, I think there's probably nothing else to explore in this room. But we've done the 2 optional ones. Now it's basically just gather the team at the library table. And so far we just have the 3 companions. I know of 2 others. I knew Lucanus. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that, but... And, Emmerich. Those are the only 2 whose names I know, I think. There's one that maybe starts with a D? But I can't remember. I assume, obviously, we're going to meet them at some point, but for now, we just have Nev, Harding, and Varric. Read this. Faded note. Look at this place. We planned a rebellion here once. Said we'd change the future of the elves, throw off tyrants, and we did. Now the path outside is fractured. It'll be hard rekindling all the Illuvians. Solus, if you see this, I'll be looking for you. Out in this world and in the mortal one. Don't cause too much trouble before I get there. Interesting. Okay, we can't pick it up, but we could just read it. Oh, here's another one of those statues. Okay, so let's loot this little chest here. Glazed vase and flawless crystal. Okay, but let's try to move this guy. We're all supposed to be able to look at each other somehow. Not really exactly sure how. But I do love puzzles, but sometimes I'm really bad at them. Oh, okay. Well, we can get these 2 to look right at each other. I'm not really sure how we can get all 3 of them to look at one another. Said something about face-to-face.
2 more.
So, Maybe it's two, maybe it's pairs. They're in pairs. 3 pairs of 2. And you get them to look at one another. Oh, see, here's another one. Let's open the chest. This one obviously must point at that one over there. We'll have to go all the way back over there to get that one facing the right direction. And other than that, I don't know where the other 2 might be. I haven't seen any more. So these are statues, but they don't have anything to control these ones. But we'll give this guy a shot. We'll turn him. I'll hopefully face the other one, and then that should get 2 more together. Yep.
It's the second. 1 more to go.
Okay, I don't know where the other set is, though. I haven't seen any of them, and we've kind of explored most of the area out here. That we could, at least, I think. We went into that room. Guess we can try this guy over here, this side. We have not been over here yet. The door to that one is blocked, though. Oops. Let's check around on this side, see if there's another statue hiding back here somewhere. Yes, there is. Perfect. Okay. So, and then I see the other one on the other side there. Cool. I don't know if we can get around this, though. Go around the long way. Let me take a look, actually. See how we can get over there. I think we'll just have to go through that building. I am already abandoning the main story in favor of puzzle solving. Okay, so it's obviously down there somewhere. And so far, it doesn't seem like you can get damaged when you fall too far. Oh, no. There we go. Not bad. Okay, so well, let's open all these chests down here. Get all the loot. Like this. A library update on divine imperatives. Then, just move this guy.
Okay, that did something.
Did something. Don't know what. Follow that little wispy thing. Did I have to do that? I don't know what happened to it. I'm not exactly sure what we just did. There was a room on the inside, too, that had something about a door. And things facing each other. There was like, yeah, over here. This thing said about the statues facing each other. So we've unlocked this little passage down here. Which leads to more loot. Can't pick up any of that stuff. But we got this other chest over here. Some flawless crystal. Lots of money there on that one. Okay, cool. Is this open too? Looks like it could be a doorway of some sort, but I don't see any other plaque or anything to tell us what that is. So, but it looks like we've kind of explored most of what there is to offer in this little area. So we're going to go out here and gather the team at the library table and see what happens next. Gather team.
So, we stopped the ritual.
And Varric paid the price.
Hey, Varric made his choice to go talk with Solus. He knew the risks. We all did.
And now Solus is gone. And we're here. Wherever here is. Besides in the Fade.
Solus called it the Lighthouse.
He did? When?
He invaded my dream.
Well, I was out cold. He showed up in my dream, and he's really mad that we stopped his ritual.
Good.
He's also trapped in some kind of prison in the Fade. Not happy about that either.
You're sure that wasn't just a dream? It's a reasonable reaction.
Solus can speak with people in their dreams, even kill them.
I'm safe on that front. I bled a little when I got knocked out. Enough that he can gripe at me, but not enough that he can make my head explode.
So Solus is using blood magic, like any normal mage would to play with your mind.
But he's not a normal mage, like I told you. He's an elven god.
Putting together a nice ritual doesn't make him a god.
Okay. Let's see. Well, what is our more option? My gods were dangerous. So this must be something specific to, like, our background. This must be something about mages, and this must be maybe about the Morn Watcher specific. I'm not 100% sure. I'm very new to the series for those watching. I'm playing Dragon Age Origins right now, as well as this one. So my knowledge of the larger universe is pretty limited. But let's go with this. See what this does.
The gods of my people were incredibly powerful. I don't mean they were powerful like a skilled mage. I mean they destroyed entire cities. They shattered mountains. So no, they might not literally be gods, but they're a lot worse than whatever you're thinking.
All right, well, we've stopped the ritual, and there doesn't seem to be an immediate danger. For now. You're certain Solus can't use blood magic to affect your mind?
I'm not certain of anything, but we're not out of danger.
What do you mean?
Solus had 2 of the other elven gods imprisoned. When he got trapped, they escaped.
So those things we saw come out of the Fade when the ritual went wild, those are...
Elgernon and Gillenane, 2 of the ancient elven gods that Solus rebelled against.
So, they're worse than Solus, it sounds like. I think we'll go with that option. We seem to be favoring these kind of options so far. So we'll just keep rolling with that.
Solus warned me about them being evil, which is pretty rich from the guy who just tried to tear down the veil.
You don't believe him?
No, that's the problem. I do believe him. He said they were horrific tyrants.
Tyrants so powerful, elven history remembers them as gods.
Solus says Elgernon and Gillenane drew on the Blight for power and became corrupted. That was when he imprisoned them.
So instead of one god running around, we have 2. And they're not just powerful, they're blighted.
We need to get out there and stop them.
Just like that, without Varric. And you're still getting back on your feet.
I'm fine. We can't just sit here and do nothing.
We need to investigate. Figure out what we're dealing with before we rush in and make things worse.
And how many more people will get hurt, get killed, while we spend time investigating?
Well, so we have another kind of diverging option here that will presumably affect outcomes in the future. But I think investigating is probably the right idea. That's what I think. We don't really want to just, like, go in guns blazing and without knowing kind of what we're getting ourselves into.
If Elgernon and Gillenane are worse than Solus, we can't go in blind. We need to know what they can do and what they want.
But we only have Solus's word about all of this.
Then let's go investigate for ourselves. We'll find out what we're dealing with. And then, we take our shot.
Fine. The Illuvian led us here instead of back to Minrathous.
Let's hope it goes back to the ritual site. Maybe we can find some clues at the scene of the crime.
Harding, are you okay to go?
I'm not gonna sit back while elven gods destroy the world because I have a headache.
All right then. Let's get back to the ritual site.
The Illuvian has its own special room. It's just down the stairs.
I think we might have already discovered that room. That was where the mirror was. Okay, so find the Illuvian room, which, again, we already did technically do that. But we will head down there again. It was behind... Oh, is this another door that we can open or no? We'll head down there and investigate his ritual site. Solus's ritual site, that is. Okay. So that's... So the ritual site is obviously where we left. Before. The Dreadwolf's Illuvian. Collecting all kinds of codex entries. Alright, let's gather the team here, I guess. Move forward.
For all we know, there's a dozen demons waiting on the other side of that Illuvian.
If it even takes us back to Arlethan.
Harding, you sure you're up for this?
I'm fine.
Well then. Shall we?
Let's do this.
It's quiet. Well, isn't that a surprise?
There's the ritual site. But if the gods really did get out, they're not here anymore.
Right. Let's take a look around and see if we can find any...
Shut it down!
I'm trying! It's not working! I can't contain it! Strife? Irlin? It's me, Lace Harding.
Harding? What are you doing back in Arlethan?
It's complicated.
I can see that.
Rook, Nev, this is Strife and Irlin. Varric and I met them when we first started hunting down Solus. They're veil jumpers, experts in ancient elven magic.
Hardly experts. I should have been able to shut that artifact down. I'm sorry, Tarith.
It's not your fault. Since the sky ripped open, the magic's been surging. Bunch of artifacts that had been dormant for centuries started coming alive. This is because of Finn Harel's... sorry, Solus's ritual, isn't it? You all were supposed to stop him.
Well, we tried.
We found Solus and stopped his ritual, but things took a turn.
The magic went wild. Solus was dragged into the Fade, into some kind of prison.
But when he went in, something, or someone else got out.
Elgernon and Gillenane, supposedly.
Mathalanost.
The return of our gods, the Evanuris?
If those two are back out in the world, it explains a lot.
Like what?
Artifacts that have been dormant for centuries are awakening. Something that would need a source of tremendous magical energy, like two of our old gods.
Okay. Oh great, the gods are real.
I was really hoping the Dreadwolf was lying to us about all this.
He's the god of lies. But some things are sacrosanct, even to him. He might be a bastard, but he's a damn sight better than the Evanuris.
There's a reason Solus led a rebellion against the Evanuris, and a reason he imprisoned them.
But now they've escaped.
Tarith is in bad shape. We need to get him back to the camp.
We've still got dozens of veil jumpers unaccounted for.
How can we help?
We need to find Belara Luther. She's the best there is at working with our ancient artifacts.
And also at blowing them up.
She was off looking for another artifact before this ritual shook everything loose. If anyone can get a handle on all this wild magic and the artifacts it's setting off, it'll be her.
Right. Then you two get your friend back to your camp and we'll find Belara.
GOR 1993. I think it's crazy how many people don't like this game. I'm in agreement. I have heard, I mean, I've seen some mixed things. I haven't looked too much into reviews or anything just yet. But there was a lot of disagreement or discourse about the game even before it released. So, for reasons I'll never understand. But so far, I'm really enjoying it. So, so we're talking to Harding now. She's not gonna like it if we tell her to stay here. But I think we're gonna tell her to go after the Veil Jumpers.
Harding, I need you to stay with Strife and Irulan, all right?
What? No, I'm coming with you.
You're a great shot, Harding. You can help the Veil Jumpers here. They need you.
Fine. Since they need me.
We'll meet you back at the Veil Jumper Camp. It's just south of here.
Belara's out near some elven ruins to the west. At least she was 3 days ago. I'd start your search there.
Good luck, Rook. And thank you.
Is it me, or is there something strange about this fog?
I've never seen fog like this. Something's not right.
Okay, quest acquired in Entropy's Grasp. Hit U to open the journal. Oh. Looked like a U. I think it was probably a J. Anyway. So, in Entropy's Grasp. So we have the lighthouse Illuvian is currently locked on Arlathan Forest. That's how they pronounced it. The Veil Jumpers and Elven group may be able to help it reach other locations. Yeah, I haven't read the reviews yet, but watched a couple videos on this game, and like almost all the comments are against the game. Interesting. I mean, it's all sometimes about who you follow and kind of like where you get, what kind of stuff you're getting inundated with. But like, I have a lot of friends in online spaces where I see that are big fans of the series in general, so they're all about it. So far, everybody that, I personally know that's played it or is wanting to play it is like all on board with it. But I'm having a great time. I'm really excited to get into the series with a newer game. I'm pretty new to gaming in general. So with just in the last couple years, I played like The Sims for like all of my life for the past 20 years. So I'm getting into PC gaming. I'm getting into more games. And I like that I'm able to get into the story of Dragon Age with a game that's a little bit updated. You know what I mean? I'm enjoying Dragon Age Origins as well, but is very old. So I'm excited to get into it with something a little bit more aesthetically pleasing and on my level of gamer experience here. And to be fair, I didn't like the look of the game until I saw the skills. We've only seen a little bit of the skills so far in this playthrough. Not sure if you were here at the time, but we leveled up and were able to acquire a couple skills. But so far, we haven't seen much of that yet. But I'm liking it so far. I like the look of it. Like aesthetically, I like the graphics, the art style of like the characters. I like that they're not lifelike looking, but they look realistic at the same time, if that makes sense. But yeah, so we're gonna find Belara Luther. I forget how they pronounce that, but Belara, a Dalish elf with the Veil Jumpers, has found the team in a veil bubble in the Arlathan Forest. To escape the bubble, Belara will need the team's help to disable an ancient elven artifact and survive the demons and sentinels that stand in the way. Okay, so we're gonna search the area and hopefully find this person. Looks like straight ahead, from where we are right now. Oops. Dragon Age combat, Origins combat was great. Is that sarcasm, or did you enjoy it? I find it difficult only because I think I'm just not used to that kind of combat. And I played it on the PC. I think it was available on PlayStation 3. But I'm really just not super familiar with computer controls. I'm bad at them. I know that you can hook up regular, like a console controller to your PC if you want to. But I've just been, playing it how it comes. I liked it, but I don't remember it that well. It was basically you kind of just like click on the enemy and they just endlessly fight them. Uh-oh. Got one of these artifacts, it looks like. Oh.
Gotcha. Oh.
Well, we found her.
Where'd you come from?
Bellara Luther? Strife and Ireland sent us to find you.
Who are you, exactly?
Call me Rook.
Nev Gallus.
Wait, I know that name. But protocol is to wait a full week before they send anyone out to look for me. I've only been gone 3 days.
Well, the situation's changed. For the worse, unfortunately. Our gods, Elgranon and Gillenane, they've escaped from Fen'Harel's prison. And by all accounts, they want to destroy the world.
Oh, yes, that is very much for the worse. Okay, wait. I need a second.
If I remember correctly, it was more dramatic and aggressive with the melee skills. Have to try it again, honestly, but can't remember too well. I just really remember liking the combat. Yeah. It's definitely something. I'm preferring this style of combat better, but this is definitely more the kind of style that I'm used to. She says she needs a second. That's understandable. We'll go with that.
It's a lot to take in.
It does sort of explain a few things, though.
Like what exactly?
The surge of raw magic in the area. These artifacts started waking up a while ago, but in fits and starts. One here, a couple there. Then, a couple of days ago, the sky split open. And now, raw magic. Thick as fog. Only a god, or gods, could have done that. There's something kind of exciting about it. And dangerous. Really dangerous. Dangerous enough that I was gonna head back to the Veilgjumper camp, but...
But what?
See that shimmer? That's a veil bubble. It's separating us from the rest of the real world, so to speak. You can only pass through it one way. Once you're in, you can't get out.
Can you bring it down?
Strife and Ireland said you're their best veil jumper. Hope that means you've got an idea.
Maybe. A bubble like that? There has to be something at the center that's generating it. Something powerful. If we can find it and remove it, safely, I mean, the bubble itself should collapse.
And then we're back in reality?
I sure hope so.
Well then, let's get going.
Yeah, I do think from what I've heard that you might be a lone wolf on enjoying the combat of Dragon Age Origins that much. But yeah, everybody's got their style. Now, so she's a veil jumper, this person we've just met, Bellara. And one of the factions that you can choose is to have been a veil jumper. So I wonder if that kind of changes the interactions that you're able to have in this area.
To the artifact at the center of the bubble, but these magical constructs keep getting in the way.
A few dozen demons shouldn't be a problem.
Spirits, not demons. They're animating those suits of armor. The armor's attuned to the artifact to protect it from threats.
Ah, and I'm guessing it sees us as threats.
Okay. I like to hear what they're saying in the background, in case it's helpful. So I'm gonna try my best to not be talking over the dialogue as much as possible. I think that's one of the great things about a game like this, though, with all those different options that it gives you, is that, you know, the replayability on it is pretty high. I noticed that when talking to her as well, we said our character, whose name I forgot, I just went with a random name, said our gods, because we are an elf. So presumably if we chose a different race when we started, we might have a different interaction there, because it wouldn't be our gods, it would be her god. And you started downloading Veilguard. Nice. I'm enjoying it a lot so far. It's really quick to get into. I don't know if you might not have been here at the beginning, but I mean, we haven't gotten super far into it. Just kind of completed like the intro basically. But sometimes for me, like the hardest part of a game is, I'm trying to decide which way I want to go, is getting started. Sometimes stories can take a minute to get into, I guess. I've abandoned many a game right at the very beginning. I eventually returned to it. I take a nice big break right when I started, just because the story didn't start off quite as engaging. But not the case here. I feel like it started off really nice. Not too much going on, but like enough to get you kind of interested. I thought I saw some sort of ladder over here, but I guess not. Can't get up there yet. Let's cross back over. We'll cross back over the river. See where else we can go. Crystals. Got another thing up here we can loot, or something glowing up here. No, not lootable, but what is going on over here?
Is that water just swirling into the air?
We call that kind the whirlpool. The anomaly, I mean. Never seen one this size, though.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, if you liked the past ones, I kind of assume that you're gonna like the rest of that. Like, you're gonna like this one. Yeah, I'm with you still. I'm not really sure why people are already not a fan of it. Like, it just came out, first of all. I mean, obviously there's people who have had early access and things like that to the game, but I'm not really sure what the issue is that people have with it. Maybe after I read a couple reviews, I'll see, but I like exploring the game for myself and making my own decisions, especially since I've got it on a release day. I might as well play it and find out what I like about it first. Okay, companion abilities. Use tab to select a companion's ability. Each companion has their own ability that can be selected from the ability wheel. So let's do that. Instantly restores health. I don't need that. But we can have her send these fade bolts at one of our bad guys. And she can do icebreaker, I guess. Ours, we don't have enough mana for, so we'll just keep going with that. I'm not any better with this style of combat, but I prefer this. Press N to show your current quest and any relevant objective markers. These will help guide you. Oh, and we also leveled up a little bit so we can check out the skills. Yeah, people need to chill with that crap, but I can't talk too much because I really dislike Space Marine, and I'm the unpopular opinion. And see, I don't even know what that is. So, like I said, I'm pretty new to this kind of gaming. I literally played The Sims. That was basically it until like COVID, basically. Okay, so the skills that we have so far are this Mind Blast thing, which I keep forgetting about already. That we even have these that we can use. Another passive that we can have is to jump attacks guarantee critical hits if the target is already knocked down. But what's this? Ability, Chain Lightning. I think I'd rather have that. Warhammer for 40k Space Marine. Okay, I have heard of Warhammer. I have heard of it, but I've never played it. Okay, so we'll go with that. That was our only point that we could spend. And then just to double check what my character is. Does it tell me? Yeah, Mage and the Morn Watch. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, I couldn't remember for a second which background I had gone with. Yeah, I didn't go with the jump attack because I'm not really sure how to use the controls even for it, so I figure it's a waste for me at this point until I have some time to mess around with the controls a little bit more because I can't figure out what button to hit. It says the up arrow, but the up arrow that I keep hitting doesn't do anything, so.
Any ideas on what the artifact we're looking for might be?
These ones don't break.
I have a couple of theories, but nothing definite. We might find some clues in the ruins, though.
Yeah, so there is a... I can, how did I open that, actually? Oh, no, it was K. If we look at the character, so yeah, you could pick... It was a mage, rogue, and warrior, which is like the normal. Free options that you can choose from in these games. You could do elf, human, Qunari, or dwarf, as far as like race. And then, oh, could be W instead of the up arrow. Could be. Yeah, because I figure it's got to be on the same hand that you would be like a left hand and a right hand. It's got to be able to be used with the left hand. Like if you're a right-handed person. Anyway, and then so then there was Veil Jumpers, there was the Morn Watch, Grey Wardens, Antivan Crows, Shadow Dragons, and there's one more that I'm forgetting. One other option, but I don't remember. But there were 6 options total for like their background. This one I can break. Try to get all the loot and stuff that we can. Then head into this main area. Right? That's what I thought. Because it was like not handy to try to use that up arrow. So I'm not really sure. I'll have to look into it a little bit more. Yeah, sounds like a MMO RPG.
Not many people come this far into Arlathan. Just veil jumpers mostly.
And people trying to save the world, apparently.
I've not played many myself, but yes, it does have that kind of similar vibe from what I know. I love like the options you can choose.
But judging by the sentinels, it's probably something important.
Okay, so we've got a new set of armor. So the ones that we have so far are purely cosmetic that I got with the deluxe edition and the pre-order. But this one actually does stuff. These ones are locked. I'm not really sure, or it looks like that's what it seems like to me. These layered leathers have cooling gaps for long stretches of high activity while maintaining full flexibility and vital coverage. So it increases defense and ability damage. I don't know if we can just put it on or if we have to...
It
he had a
Feels
wardrobe
like
to
an
be able to
armory.
change.
Or something like that.
Why would there be an armory this far out?
Warlords. Ancient elves had a lot of them.
Trying to see here, character. Oh yeah, so you can change it in here. I guess we will. Oh, we already have some armor. Oh yeah. But ours, this one will increase our defense and stuff. So I guess we'll put something else on. And then, okay, so you can decide, you can choose to, like, keep the appearance of one armor and have the stats of a different one. So that's cool. I kind of like the look of the new one, though, so I'm going to leave it as it is. And we'll go into, we'll continue into the temple.
Well, isn't this a sight?
Wait, is this? No, it can't be. Not here.
Can't be what?
We have to get over there. The artifact we're looking for must be inside.
Okay, so you could try pressing shift or spacebar while attacking and maybe jump. Oh, that was something. That was definitely something different. So shift and click. Okay. So maybe it's shift. Definitely shift. Shift is it. Thank you. I think that must be it. Because that was definitely something different than what I've been doing, so. Okay, so we need to continue to the temple. Oh yeah, F is to jump. I know that much. Ooh, and that's like the jump and thing. Okay. Well, now we're getting somewhere. Thank you for that. It was definitely shift. And what do we got up here? Alright, so ruins approach. We're entering a new area. So far, I've not been able to get... I've not damaged myself by jumping off of cliffs.
Think we can make the jump?
Either.
Oh, no, we can make a bridge. There should be a power crystal somewhere nearby.
Okay, so we're going to try to make a bridge across here with this power crystal, I guess. Pick that up.
Got it.
Bring it over here and slot it in.
And there we go.
And there we go. Easy.
Wow, isn't that something?
Very cool.
A
Okay.
resonance amplifier. It's drawing magic from the ring temple to this area. I need to shut it down before we can go up the path. But doing that will attract anything nasty that's hanging around.
We're ready.
Okay. So she's got this thing to deal with the artifact, or to, like, bring down this fog thing that's going on here, right? Is what it sounds like to me. Okay. Oh, attack warning. Use space to dodge, which I kind of already discovered. An indicator around your head will flash when there's an incoming melee attack. Dodge or defend to avoid taking damage. And there's certain, like, damage that you can't defend against. It doesn't, you can't stop every thing. Oops. Trying to try out my new thing.
From a distance.
There we go. Oh, there's more.
Still standing, not bad.
the magic energy. Path should be clear ahead.
Okay, so we got that out of the way. Jump on up. So the glowing green vases you can break, and they have usually like a health potion in them, is what I've noticed. I don't know if that's always going to be the case, but that's what I've been finding in most of them so far. Let's go check out this other little area over here. Maybe there's something on the floor here I can grab. I don't know what any of these materials do quite yet, but we're going to pick them up anyway. This. I think we could probably jump across this. Yep.
So
Nice.
you're really Nev Gallus? The detective from Minrathis?
Last time I checked.
I've read about you. You've gone after some powerful mages before, but Fen Harel? The real Fen Harel?
And now Elganon and Gillenane, apparently.
My actual gods are out there trying to end the world, and Nev Gallus is on the case. I can't believe it.
Okay. So, Fen Harel, I guess, is another name for Solus, is what it seems like. That's the way that we went before. But there's somewhere else we can go up here. Who is like an elven god. And he's trying to... These other two got out. These other two elven gods got out while we were trying to stop Solus from doing his weird ritual.
Someone met a bad end here.
Even mages.
A weather-stained note. We have found the usurper's archive spirit. It is not the Dreadwolf's creation as we surmised, but another's. You can guess whose. Removing it could be risky, but leaving it equally so. I await your orders, Lord Elgarnon. Captain Athenarel.
Have trouble with the artifacts here. They
Is there
expect
no
them to
sprint?
work
No,
like,
there is.
you know,
And
normal magic,
presumably it's with,
but they're
yes,
different.
it's with
The magic's
shift and W.
more alive somehow.
Now that I know that shift is what the up arrow is supposed to mean, that's how you do it. Okay, I think we've explored what we can here. And it doesn't look like there's any end to your ability to sprint. You just keep running. Does this thing wake up? Yep.
Another sentinel construct. We'll have to take it down.
There we go.
Easy enough. But watch out. Whenever you see one, there's more nearby.
Okay, well, we'll keep an eye out. I have no patience, so I'll be sprinting everywhere. If I had even known that you could do that, I probably would have been as well. Although I am enjoying exploring, which I don't want to miss things, but I definitely plan on playing this game more than once, so I'll have plenty of opportunities to explore.
Seeing these kinds of ruins never gets old.
Anything here that can help you piece together what exactly that artifact is?
I have a theory, but we're miles away from where that artifact should be.
Okay, take all the loot here. I know that this is one of those crystal thingies that you can move around and it opens stuff. So presumably we've got to move it from that one to this other one. Yep, shuts that door, and then we'll open up this one. we've got another chest. We're just gonna kick open. Twist of the Veil Common Mage Knife. Check that out too. Increases physical damage and stagger. We're not even using a knife at the moment, I don't think, but I've just been using my mage staff. So I'm not gonna worry about equipping it, but we've got it, so that's something. Let's keep going through here. Oop. Here's more of those things. A lot more of them. Uh-oh. Can I take on 4 of them at a time? That seems like a lot. Or do they not wake up? Nothing over here. Maybe just once we get closer to the door, they'll wake up.
These constructs.
Yep, there they are.
It means I was right. Right about what? About where we are.
Oh, we don't have enough for that.
And I think I know what the artifact is.
Nice. Okay. Got an inactive core. I don't know what that means. Maybe there are some good hybrid melee caster builds. Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm sure that there are. I have not, obviously, quite explored that. Alright, well, my game is almost ready. I'm going to prepare that, learn the controls and stuff. It was fun talking with you and watching you destroy enemies. Thank you. Thanks for joining me. It was a pleasure having you here. Enjoy the game.
So if this is an armory, what sort of artifact are we finding? A weapon?
An archive
Thank you.
spirit.
I hope you have a good time too.
What?
A creature of the Fade, bound to a crystal. Our ancestors used them to store knowledge and to help them dream.
Alrighty. I keep, are we into another one of those things? Okay. Let's cross over the river here. Let's go find that loot. And I think after we kind of complete this next little task, that might be where I call it. It's already been almost 3 hours. The game is addicting already. Uh-oh, what is this? Oh, are these the, Darkspawn? Is that what they're called? I don't know what the hell that is. It's creepy, though.
Methalinast. Darkspawn.
Yep, Darkspawn.
Can't get along. Hey, Rook, nice shot. Exactly shot.
Darkspawn. Here. I never would have believed it. Until today.
Okay, and I know that, so with Darkspawn, I know that if you chose the Grey Warden background, you have, like, extra damage against them. Which makes sense. Since that's kind of their whole thing, is dealing with Darkspawn. Let's go ahead and check out this area over here. Some more loot. And see what else we got going on down here. Looks like that's kind of it over here. Where's this take us? Ooh, another chest and some crystals. Still no idea what any of these materials do, but we'll figure it out in time.
Another one of those resonance amplifiers.
Get ready. Once I shut it down, the path ahead will remain blocked until the magic dissipates.
We've got your back.
Okay, let's have her do this for a little special thing on this thing. Okay, we should have some enemies now that we have to fight. Yep, there they are. They Darkspawn too?
I've never seen Darkspawn this deep into Arlethan Forest before. As far as I know, it's never happened.
Could the Elven Gods be commanding the Darkspawn? Solus did say they were blighted.
You saw those Darkspawn, though?
That's already where we were.
Something was different about them.
And we'll stop them once we get out of this bubble.
Right. Let's get to that central temple.
Alright, let's just head on over to the temple. I think we've kind of explored all there is to look at in this area. That's where we just went again. Okay. Check out over here as well. I don't think we can break... Oh, we can break those, but there's nothing in it, so... Bummer. This thing is glowing. I feel like that's significant. Oh. Well, now we know what that does. Okay.
The wall looks weak here. I bet we could break it somehow.
Okay, so let's try out this machine, whatever this does. Let's see what it does. Use the ballista.
I wonder if that... More Darkspawn, right where you broke that wall.
Cool. Okay, this is handy. I imagine... Like, is there friendly fire? I don't know. Okay, cool. Took care of those guys. And we can keep on moving. Ooh, what's back here? Nothing. Yeah, no, nothing. Okay. So let's head on into here. Yeah, so all of this stuff is breakable. It just doesn't seem like there's anything useful in it.
Another resonance amplifier.
Oh.
Should be the last one, I hope.
Fingers crossed.
Let's grab this potion thingy first. I know there's a potion in there. And I need some. So, yes, we'll go up to this amplifier thing and let, Elara do her work. Presumably that'll let us through there. Nice.
We're close. I can feel it.
Okay. Let's head on in through here. The area that we just unlocked.
Have you noticed something about the blight? Where it is, I mean? It's almost like it's feeding off the elven magic.
It looks like we can go over here somewhere. Oh, shoot. To die, apparently. There's gotta be a way over there. Yeah. But how to get up there? Now that's the question. There's stuff up there, but I don't know how to get up there. Cool. Okay. So we've unlocked this little area here. A cracked scroll. The stench of decay fills the air. The Maneuverous, I forget how they pronounce that, now wield power beyond anything I've seen. Their magic is fueled by corruption and death, and creeps even now into the stones. We cannot outlast this siege. I wonder if so. Oh, okay. Yes, this is how we get over here. Now we can walk across. Very cool. Alright, ladies. Out of the way. Alright, so that's that area. Ooh, looks we got another potion thingy over here. Don't mind if I do. And then, looks like this is kind of where we're going now.
If that building's what I think it is, then the alignment means we're here. This is it. This is where it was kept.
Where what was kept?
The archive spirit, or as the ancient elves called it, the Nodus Derthalin. It means the inevitability of knowledge.
Why is it called that?
I don't know, actually. The notes were never very clear on that, but I plan to find out.
Okay.
More constructs ahead.
Here's another one.
The inner sanctum. We're getting closer.
Frenzied. That can't be good. Not for us, anyway. Maybe I can take out these guys and they can deal with that guy. Oh, I don't have any more. Nice. Got it. Okay, what do we got here? Construct plating, valuable item. Okay, so this is another door, it looks like, that we can get into, but we need one of those. Oh wait, does it open? Needs one of those crystals, I think. I don't see one. How do we get up there? I guess we'll see.
Looks like this
Okay.
door is going to need a second power crystal.
Then let's go find one.
So we found a common arcane orb. Something. And... okay, so this is one of the crystals. I see another one over here. How to get in there, I don't know yet. But I think we can take this one and move it to this other door. See what that does. See what's in here. Very cool. That is clearly how we get up to that ballista, which we no longer need, apparently. Unless... light boils impede progress. Search the area, then expose and destroy their weak points to clear the way forward.
There has to be another one of those power crystals around here somewhere. Another ballista. I bet we could use it to break through that wall.
Okay, so I think that's what we need to do. What wall are they talking about? Oh, here. Oh, shoot. Is that all of them? Must have been, yeah. Okay. So let's head back down. And we can go through that wall, and I think that's where the other one was somewhere behind here. Got here. Forgotten coin. Okay. Cool. So we got one crystal here, and then the other one is obviously by the other door. That will move back to where it was. And then we can get in. Put one here. Go back and grab that other one. Oh, I forgot that I can sprint. That'll be helpful. But maybe we can't. Oh, yeah. No, we can while holding stuff still. Cool.
We did it. All that's left is the Notister Thallen. I have so many questions for it.
You're going to ask it questions?
It's an archive spirit. You'll see.
Okay, so let's go ahead, loot all this stuff here. We've got a blacksmith's tools and some more gold. Flame branch, common elemental stave. Oop, I see a potion thingy. Definitely want that. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I want that potion. So that's how we get in there. What else was out here? Anything else? I don't know if this gate opens at all, or if that's just... doesn't look like it. Looks like that can't be destroyed. It did say something about blighted stuff being able to, like, if you shoot it or whatever, you can clear it out, but I guess not that one. But either way, we can get in here, back here, so that's fine. I want this. Oh, I knew there was going to be a cutscene, but oh well.
Okay, here it is. The Notister Thallen.
So we take it and we're good, right? We can head back?
Oh, I wish. No, it's a lot trickier than that.
As if darkspawn demons and animated suits of armor aren't tricky enough.
Okay, of course it is.
Nothing's ever easy, is it? So what makes this tricky?
If I remove the artifact the way I'd usually do it, it'll explode and take out half of Arlathan with it. Good news is, I think I can shunt the energy somewhere else. Okay, here we go. The way the magic is pulsing, I've never seen this before. It's almost like it's breathing.
Ogre! That's an ogre!
Great. Oh, shoot. Potion, potion, potion. Oh, shoot. ultimate ability, press 4 to use your ultimate ability. Build your ultimate meter by damaging enemies. Once full, press 4 to unleash a devastating ultimate ability, which we will do now. And we killed the ogre.
Well, wasn't expecting to fight an ogre today. Then again, I also didn't expect to learn that my gods are rampaging around and trying to end the world. Just one of those days. Okay. Let's see. Okay. There we go. Ooh. No. That's good. I think. Oh.
Ooh, what does that crystal do?
Keeps the artifact powered. Focuses the ambient magical energy. That's why these things still work, thousands of years later. Oh. No, you don't.
Sulanan, Vir Sulevanan, and Asal Dirthara.
Well then.
I am the Nadas Dirthalan.
Right. I have questions.
I am the Nadas Dirthalan. What do you...
Where'd it go?
Where'd the spirit go? The Nadas Dirthalan, I mean.
It went back into the crystal, but the crystal's broken. Until I fix it. It's kind of my thing, fixing magical stuff. Strife and Ireland will want to know about this. And the Blight, and the Darkspawn. Let me know when you're ready to head to the Veilgjumper camp.
Okay, so we leveled up again as well. And it looks like we have... So we can use a skill point. And we can't unlock any specializations until level 20. But we can unlock another skill point. And now that I know what these buttons do, I can actually use these skills. So I think I might. This is a passive thing that we can do. Jump attacks guarantee critical hits if the target is knocked down. Okay. Sure. We'll give it a go. It looks like we have some... So she's got... We're a new companion. Oh, and I guess we can do her skills and stuff too. Oh, very neat. And she's got points available as well. Let's see. Sure. And then we'll do that as well. Go back, and can we change the... Oh, I didn't think we had Harding with us right now. Oh, that's right. She's with the Veiljumpers. Oh, we don't have any points for her, because she hasn't been with us. And then Nev might have some points, though. No. Just the two of us. And characters, we got some new items, which we're not going to change up any of those right now. But, okay. So we'll leave it as that. And we will unlock this chest. Uncommon longbow. Okay. And so that's for Belara. And I think that's really all we need in this area. It says, like, we can explore some more and stuff. Oh, I guess my potions are full. I don't think we really need to. So that is actually where we're going to call it for today. I've been at this for 3 hours. And that includes the hour and a half that I was messing around in the character creator before this. So I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'm hoping to bring more stuff to the channel relating to this game in the future, but I want to play it first and kind of see what there is to do with it. But that is where I'm going to end the stream, so thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you enjoy the game if you decide to get it, or if you're already going to get it and going to play it later. I hope you have a lot of fun.